more to the side of what they will claim as a conspiracy theorist at this point in time, because they have done nothing to convince me, someone that was not invested one way or the other. They've only pushed me further towards what they claim is a conspiracy theorist at this point in time.
Congress on COVID origins or what have you, what we find is what you're getting.
Okay, so now it's saying 2019, missing jail video from the first Jeffrey Epstein suicide. So for the first attempt has been found. So maybe let's put it into perspective. Jails are not the most efficient, best run places. Yeah. It's not like
Fort Knox.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's yeah.
You know, we're working with what we got.
Right.
So, and listen, this guy's not the only guy to kill himself in prison. It happens. I don't know how often.
Right.
All the time.
Even if he killed himself in prison. So if he was murdered in prison, crazy, right?
Yeah.
You could see why very powerful people wouldn't want to talk.
If he was murdered in segregated housing, in isolation, after being on suicide watch in a place in a detention center that I've physically been in myself, it would be fiction. It's just, in my experience, that is not doable.
It's not doable, even for the most powerful and wealthiest people in the world?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think, though, that, like, if someone was in a position where a guy could release information that could potentially damage the most wealthy people on Earth, you would have a concerted effort that's unprecedented.
Sure.
You'd have the resources that we could even possibly comprehend, all pointing towards eliminating this one person that it could be done.
But, I mean, so many people have been.
Whoa.
So again, as I've said, I am a nobody. I'm a nobody. We have a fan meetup.
Bitch.
We do fan meetups for Geeks and Gamers, FNT, all that.
Start the goddamn stream.
Are you a fucking
I go out of
faggot
my
retard?
way and I spend way too much money for security.
Sky
I think
tells me
peace
to
of
stream
mind
and doesn't
is
even know how to
more
fucking click on a
valuable than
goddamn
peace of
YouTube
mind.
video to
And if
fucking
I
watch a
feel that
stream.
we're
What a
at least
fucking
protected and
button.
safe, and that we establish the idea that we
shit,
have good guys with guns, and you know, if you fuck around, you're gonna find out. I feel much better about not only my team and my safety, but also the people that are gonna come and hang out with us. You're telling me that you guys had Jeffrey Epstein in custody, and you couldn't put resources
Damn,
around
dude,
this
you
guy
got a
24/7
fucking
to make
daughter's
sure that nothing happened
pearls
to
doll.
him? I'm supposed to believe that you don't have the resources to do that?
No, I
Are you
had
fucking kidding
300.
me
I didn't
right
want to
now?
hit 300. I wanted to hit 299.
Jesus.
Some of that information, what they did to Prince Andrew, and everybody else is already out there. And so that's the conspiracy stuff that me, Bongino, and the folks have to say, look, we will give you everything.
On our way to
we
400.
will have done our job. Also, if I had a shred, me, Cash Patel, had a shred of evidence, the Russiagate guy, the Jan 6 guy, the COVID origins guy, had a shred of evidence that this guy was murdered, I would be the
How's
first
your
guy
day,
to
dog?
make this case hard and fast.
You don't even have all the information. Joe Rogan just asked.
How was your date?
It was okay, I guess.
Yeah, dog. Why was it okay, dog?
I don't even know.
Nice.
Some hot Asians at the gym now. That's probably why. Dude, does this game look different to you? What the fuck was that camera? And why is the HUD? Why can I see all of his gun? I swear it's never like that.
Yo, dog. I thought you were gonna learn Blender.
Yeah, for sure.
Bag gets snuck out.
No longer in your possession. 15 seconds left. Friendly, last operator standing. The diffuser has been with 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left.
Temperature is it in your house, dog?
If the air's still on, it's probably 72 or 73, but if it's not, it's probably higher.
Diffuser is active, protected at all costs.
Yeah, dude.
I was thinking, oh, the air's on, I can play the fucking racing game.
Diffuser was
Oh
disabled.
damn, dude, you were thinking.
Yeah, dude, have you ever heard of that?
Have you, dog?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think.
I don't think you have, because you can't fucking use Blender.
Nice, dude. Holy shizeroni.
Gotta destroy Rook's armor, dog.
And Capcan traps. And Thunderbirds, I guess. Yeah. Gotta get to 400 quick.
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Spawn trapped it.
Down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. Op 4 has located a bomb.
Kona deployed!
You applied to the barbecue place. How'd that go, dog?
Fine.
Hey, dude, you get to meet the boss or whatever?
One of them now.
What'd they say to you?
I don't know if he was just. He said he will call me. That's usually not what they say.
Damn, dude. Oh.
You about stuff that was
How did he
reported
fucking kill me
years
that
ago
quick,
that
dude?
you had not even looked into, yet you're willing to make a
Horse
definitive claim. It would be better if you said, we're still going through the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. There's a lot to this, and as soon as our investigation concludes,
One op
we're
four
going to be
remaining.
willing to give you a definitive answer on this. That's not what you said. You said, we've seen the evidence, and we've decided that he killed himself. That's what you said. Yet Joe Rogan is sitting there going, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Did you hear about this? And he's like, no, I didn't hear about that. Oh, I didn't hear about that. Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I would even do press conferences every week on it. The first guy. That's what I'm asking people to play out their logical conclusions. I'm not Combs. I'm not McKay. I'm not the guy that was in the 64. I have a wildly different background. I've been putting out the truth my
Op
entire
4
career.
eliminated.
Why would I risk all of it on this guy?
I believe you. Touch the
That's what we're asking, Cash. These are the questions that we are asking.
Gabagool.
Idaho
You
and
are the guy that
kill cams.
constantly
when you're leaning left, it shows that your guy's holding the trigger, like the trigger finger is the left hand now. Like every time you lean, it switches. It's so stupid.
Yeah, dude, you hate that, dude? You fucking hate that?
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Nisa.
Be ready to engage on.
You better blow yourself up along with somebody else, dog.
Kona deployed!
10 seconds to insertion. Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Ambush set. Stay clear. Take control, please.
Oh.
Doorway, come out. Stay clear of blast zone.
Is that funny, dude?
Oh, he left the game, dude. Let's go.
We're protected.
Dude, that was fucking hilarious.
Satisfied, dude?
Man. Holy
One friendly
Yo,
operator
fucking
remaining.
fuck, dude. He was in the hallway. Swing him.
One op 4 remaining. All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Yo, did you see that? Holy shit.
No, what happened?
Just go watch it, dude. The last 15 seconds of the round. Holy shit, man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you fucking you baited him, dude.
Oh. He shot through the wall and then turned around the complete opposite way and got fucking domed. Holy shit, man. That's funny. That was like the best bait I've ever done.
That was pretty good.
Said all of these things before getting in office, and you sounded like a different person. I don't know if I could find, Danky, whenever you edit this, make sure you put some of these Epstein clips from Kash Patel from previous podcasts in, of him calling for like the Epstein list and all of that stuff, because it's fascinating that
Friendly drone
I'm trying to
deployed.
find it right
Op
here.
4
Is
is
this one?
reinforcing its location.
All right, here we go. Is this one of the clips, maybe?
Well, the Epstein Black Book, like on day one. On day one, roll out the Black Book.
So will you work with me on this issue so we know
10 seconds.
who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building the sex trafficking ring?
5 seconds to insertion.
Absolutely, Senator. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything.
Big Brother's coming in for Overwatch.
Lights on.
Damn, he walked into the trap, I think, because he was blinded.
Op 4 last stop standing.
Dude, that's sick.
The diffuser has been secured. Op 4 eliminated.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious, man. Holy shit.
Confirmed as FBI director to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past.
And you just have to ask yourself, you're like,
You hear about
how
what's
do
going on
you-
with
how do you go
Trump?
from
Say that again?
with Elon
Friendly
and Trump?
drone deployed.
Yep.
Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
So what do you think of it?
Well, it seems like Elon has went through a full-on emotional breakdown.
Damn, dog.
10 seconds
And
before
What
I
happened?
think well, I think the reasons are
5 seconds before insertion.
Tesla won't be getting special like
Found a bomb. Make your way to its location
subsidies
and defuse it.
and tax breaks for being an electric car company, which is obviously big for him. I lost my train of thought. Fucking amazing. I love it how you're
Didn't
saying
have something to do with the Epstein files.
Yeah, but if you actually like think of it for 2 seconds, it's kind of bullshit. Because what? So the guy's been working with someone that's guilty of dealing with Epstein. He's been working with him for the past 6 months, and he hasn't said anything. And as long as he was getting his own shit out of it, he wasn't going to say anything until after. Which there's
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, like Elon was like just said that his name is in the files, which technically we already
Whose
know
name?
that. Technically, we've known that for years. We've known that since
Whose name?
2009. Whose name? Trump's.
Oh.
You must recover the diffuser.
So we know that he kicked him out of all of his resorts and clubs, and then in 2009 he helped authorities basically. I think he was either the first or the only person to
Down to one friendly.
cooperate that wasn't a victim. And he's been cleared multiple times.
All
We know
friendlies
that
have been eliminated.
he was on the flight logs, not to the island, but I think it was either Florida and New York or Florida and DC. I can't remember which one. But then it comes out that apparently Elon flew on the plane as well, but also he had Epstein as a financial advisor or some shit for a while. So it's like that even after all that shit, Elon was working with him. But I lost my train of thought. As you were like first saying it, I knew exactly what I was gonna say, and then I fucking forgot it. The tax breaks and subsidies, and then there's something else. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, holy shit.
5 seconds
insane.
to
So
insertion.
what? He's gone.
Yeah, he was only supposed to be there for 130 working days. Because he's a special government employee, he wasn't actually an official employee.
What about Dodge or whatever Doge?
Doge? Oh, well, that's a department. He doesn't need to be a part of it for it to happen, for it to keep going. Dude, what the why can't I fucking think of what I was gonna say, dude? Yeah, dude, holy shit. But yeah, there are specific things
Mission
that
failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
happened that made Elon emotional. He's just going on a tirade for the like it was either yesterday and the day before.
Yep.
Be ready hostiles.
Oh, another thing was the guy that Elon wanted to become or be chosen for the head of NASA wasn't chosen. And Trump chose someone else even, like, because the guy that Elon wanted to have chosen
Down to 5
wasn't like
seconds.
specifically good for that position.
Op 4 is located a
But I
bomb.
guess
Get
Elon
ready to
wanted
engage.
him for that position just because he knows him and they're friends, and I don't know if I would say business partners, but similar to that.
Damn dog, somebody killed you. So who's running a Doge
Last
or
stop
whatever?
standing.
I don't know right now. I'm not sure. Technically, he's, as of right now, unless they decide otherwise, he's technically free to come back and, like, periodically work with them. But he's not actually an official employee right now.
Op 4
People were
eliminated.
like, "Oh my
Mission
God,
successful.
he's leaving. They hate each other now." It's like he was only supposed to be there for 130 days, or 120, one of the two. It's like that's how it always was going to be.
From that, and there's a lot more that I'll see if I can find really quick. Yeah, like right here. Is this one of them? Here we go.
You need a 24/7 declassification office, whatever you want to call it. Transparency, truth, whatever, I don't care. Sits in the White House, reports directly to you, and you take incoming from the United States of America. I want JFK. I want the 9/11 files. I want this. I want
Friendly
that.
drone deployed.
All the
Op 4
FBI,
is
and this is the tool,
reinforcing its
this is something
location.
we didn't cover. What the deep state uses the most to cover up their corruption is an illegal application of the classification system. Remember the Lovebirds text from, this is a beauty, the Lovebirds text from FBI, DOJ land,
10
Russiagate,
seconds to insertion.
Strzok and Page were texting each other. They were running the
5
Russiagate
seconds to
investigation
go.
against Trump. They were the head of the counterintelligence unit at the FBI. And they're having an
Found a bomb.
extramarital affair
Make your way
together.
to its
Can't make
location
this
and
stuff up.
defuse it.
They're sending each other texts about how much they hate Trump and are going to create an insurance policy to stop Trump. Then we finally find those text messages. You know what the FBI and DOJ do for like a year? Redact them. To congressional investigators and congressional men and women.
Oh, ho, ho.
Lights on.
One Op 4 remaining. Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Oh my God, what the fuck was that in? And it's funny, another thing was, he accused him of being on the list, but he's allowed his kid to be around him the whole time. So it's like, either you're clearly lying or you're a psychopath or something. I don't know.
Running the oversight. of their investigation.
Yo, what's up, team? Can we please keep it E for everyone, please?
But it gets even better.
E for
Here's the
Iraq.
deep state full circle. Just last week,
You guys a faggot, dude.
do you know what Strzok and Page received from the Department of Justice?
Definitely
A
got trolled out piece of
1.5
shit.
million payout to settle a
Pete the cat.
lawsuit that Strzok and Page brought
His
for
name
the
is
improper
No.
disclosure of their personal text messages on FBI phones. And the DOJ just rewarded them. They broke the law. They broke the chain of command. They broke every regulation there is in the FBI. They weaponized the system of justice against a political target they hated. We found those text messages, and we got them
Friendly drone
declassified
deployed.
finally in
Op
full
4
when I
is
became Deputy
reinforcing
Director of
its
National
location.
Intelligence. And the world has now seen them, and they can read them. And that's the best form of transparency. That's why I want this 24/7 declassification of it. Don't have me regurgitate it to you. Read it. Get the documents.
Somebody said he seems to know more then than he does now. Exactly. Like, listen to how he's talking.
Insertion in
Listen
10
to how
seconds.
assertive he is. How passionate he is. This
5
is the
seconds
guy
to
that we
insertion.
wanted as the FBI.
If
Get the files. Get the memo.
You've located a bomb.
if the
Make your way
if
to
the
its
Democrats get
location and defuse
elected,
it.
is Doge still gonna be around?
It would be unless they shut it down. Because it's an executive office, they can shut it down whenever they want.
Shit.
Like the FBI could be shut down whenever they want.
Reaching!
That's a problem.
Reloading. Cover me. Lights on. Clear of the blast. Lights set.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
That's fucked up, dog.
All friendlies have been eliminated.
Damn, dude, you guys lost.
Should I keep him unmuted so I can hear him when I'm flashing him?
You pals have absolutely no map knowledge.
Huh?
This guy sounds so gay, bro. What the hell?
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
But the deep state came full circle and gave these guys a payday for rigging a presidential election and breaking the law. So now you don't have
10 seconds.
That's step one. Step two, get America the truth. And that's
5
what that
seconds
offers.
to insertion.
So, I don't know, man. That's kind of where we're at with it. There are more clips of Kash Patel talking about it, too. I just can't find them right now. Because if you search Kash Patel, Epstein, it's all about his Rogan appearance. So, it's kind of convoluted right now. So, yeah, man. It's sad, but that's that's where we are with it. Roberto Diaz says writing checks that he can't cash. Cash with a K. Thank you for the $50 super chat. Yeah, he was on point. He was awesome. Joey says Trump and Elon should go to the movies this weekend and get a big bucket of popcorn and watch Dogma and have a good laugh. I just don't see that happening, and I stand by Trump on you don't get to call someone a pedophile, and you don't get to call the President of the United States that, and just get to the point where you're like, let's have a phone call and hash it out. And you're like, no. Men fight, men talk shit, but you don't get to call someone that in front of hundreds of millions of people. You don't get to. And so that's where we're at, unfortunately, and I don't think it's going to be resolved anytime soon. I hope it does for the good of America, but I don't think so. Jim says on June 21st, Trump would have been president for 5 months, and I'm loving every single month. Absolutely. But I mean, this is how quickly Elon Musk can flip. Going back to Elon, tariffs is popular. Hold on, 5:30.
Nice, dude.
Tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. It's like.
Yes, dude.
You know what? Matter of fact, TK that mother flipper.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Great job, team.
This guy's so good, dude.
If Trump was compromised by Epstein, then why was he on the campaign trail in 2015, putting a spotlight on the island?
Are you special?
Operator remaining.
Nice guy.
Op 4 eliminated
Got a
all
lot of
friendlies.
problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island.
That's the most Trump answer I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that guy's not even fun to listen to when I'm trolling him.
Got a problem, got a problem.
Okay, so do I kill the guy that killed me? Or tried to kill me? Or do I kill the guy that I said I was going to troll? Or both?
The guy you said you were gonna troll.
Bill Clinton. Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems. Well, I think he's got a problem. I mean, I don't know, but that island was really...
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
He'll tell you, the island was absolutely successful. So, and he's been there for many years.
Loading full magazine!
Down to 5 seconds.
Nice guy.
Ready for hostile action.
Now, unfortunately for Elon Musk, and I regret to inform the Elon fans, Donald Trump has called in reinforcements. Donald Trump has officially called in reinforcements against Elon.
Dude, this shit is so funny,
for
man.
Elon Musk, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy.
You have disappointed Father Elon, and now it is time. It's over, Elon. You have disappointed Father. It is over now. Elon cannot recover from this.
The fucking mirror thing is still there. Oh my god, dude. Bro, these guys are fucking horrible, dude. But honestly, I should have let us win so we can get an extra round for sure.
Yeah, it's whatever.
he's probably back here.
One op 4 remaining. Seconds. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds remaining.
Let's go.
This. So it's over. It's done. The Baron memes are fantastic. A lot of these memes are good. I mean, there's people that are posting that clip of Baron and Elon, if you remember, and they were like, yeah, Baron knew something. Right here. They're like, Baron knew. Right here. Baron knew.
Be ready to engage op 4.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Look at this. Where's the thumbs up at?
Reloading!
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Baron is not amused. He is not amused at all. Eric K says, breaking news, Cash Patel says, shocking new evidence. We have proof of World War II never happened. Just trust us. We have video and paperwork showing it. Jonathan Bordeaux says, here's a way to settle this whole Musk-Trump fight. Mario Kart World. Let's do it. 1v1 Mario Kart World. Keenan says there's a Prison Break character called Tweener. Joey says Cobra Cast, #1 in sports, #1 in weather, #1 in politics, #1 at being gay. Hail. Hail. Crew Kid says Elon's desire to talk to Donald Trump seems like a backpedal, and Donald Trump has every right to subtly tell him to go F himself, and he's done that by rejecting the call. Yep. Jeremy Gay says PDF files, Democrats put that in our schools. Packy Prodown says, I think Elon had a fist fight in the White House, took some drugs to cool down, said something he shouldn't have on a bender, and is from it.
Let's go.
Maybe that's how it played out.
Dude, these
Brian
guys
Dole
are
says,
fucking
I DM the good luck news to you. Keep up the good work. Thank you. RDH says this is one of the few times where Trump is showing very good restraint. He's keeping his eyes forward. JRG says Trump's Tesla will raise a ton of money for charities at an auction. Think about it, to drive President Trump's car. It's true. UK Outlaw with a gifted membership. Thank you. Let's see. The Hypocritic Oath says, or the Hypocritic Oath says, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. I haven't seen extraordinary evidence from the FBI, just convenient excuses. Same with Elon Musk at this point in time. The Grand Duke says, big balls can be an emissary and talk to Elon. Tell him to stop hitting the pipes. Happy birthday, Jessica. Black Kane says, I get my news from reliable sources like a mentally challenged giant and an Alabama fig so inbred he makes Charles II of Spain look like a normal dude. Packy Proton says, isn't there a photo of Elon with the Epstein lady? There is. Ghislaine Maxwell, I think that's how you say her name. Trump Tuber says, we all know this is Dak Prescott's fault. Kai Guy says, Elon, do you want to talk about Bella Ramsey for a minute, because I'm judging.
Or is he running?
Seconds left.
That'd be epic.
I don't think he's actually
They have like 2 presidents.
The time limit has been reached.
I've got another round.
because of North and South.
No,
Let's
in like,
Go.
the Republic of Ireland.
Okay. All right.
But
Switching sides.
They just have a different name.
Alright, I'm feeling it this round.
Yeah, Northern Ireland is controlled by the Crown.
Flores.
I had as a total aside, I got into
See,
this guy at the
I
poker
mean,
table
they already know you're
because we
troll.
were talking about when
so.
King Charles gave away Canada.
Yeah, but
Did you guys
if
see
they
that?
go on their
Just
cam,
the other day, yeah.
Like last week or whatever.
I don't know.
And then he was just like, you know, that they're independent from the crown, right? And I was like, the King of Canada is King Charles. And he's like, no, it isn't. Canada's a sovereign nation. And I was like, no, no, it's not. He's like, you want to bet? And I'm like, yeah, how much? He's like, $100. And I was like, okay.
Friendly
And then I
drone
looked
deployed.
up
Op 4 is
Canada.ca,
reinforcing
where the
its
government of
location.
Canada says we are a constitutional monarchy, and our sovereign is King Charles. And he just got mad at me. He refused.
He didn't give you 100?
Nah.
Fraudster.
He stormed. You know. They do both.
They just have a different name for it.
Oh.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, Northern Ireland is controlled by the Crown.
5 seconds to go. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Reloading.
Dude, this guy's gun has no fucking recoil. Holy shit. It's insane.
I'm reloading. Reloading! Cover me!
5 seconds. The diffuser is no longer in your possession. Run out of time.
Damn, dog, I failed my mission. I'll be back. Hey, dog, you there?
I had as a total aside, I got into this guy at the poker table because we were talking about when King Charles gave away Canada. Did you guys see that recently?
The other day, yeah.
Like last week or whatever, and then he was just like, you know, that they're independent from the crown, right? And I was like, the King of Canada is Charles. Is
Friendly
King
drone
Charles. And he's
deployed.
like, no,
Op
it
4
isn't.
is reinforcing
Canada's a
its
sovereign
location.
nation. And I was like, no, it's not. He's like, you want to bet? I'm like, yeah. How much? He's like, $100. And I was like, okay. And then I looked up Canada.ca, where the government of Canada says we are a constitutional monarchy, and our sovereign is King Charles. And he just got mad at me. He refused.
10 seconds.
Fraudster.
He stormed off.
5
And
seconds.
he was like, they're independent. Yeah, it's not true. And I was like, listen, I'm not like Ian.
You found
I'm
a
not going
bomb.
to claim
Make
there's a
your way to
global
its
British
location and
empire.
defuse it.
Reloading.
The diffuser has been recovered. Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the
Swapping mag.
They're all spinning up.
down to one friendly. Hostile bomb defused. Mission successful.
Running the show for everything, just because he is the King of Canada. But it is funny what Canada, what the Crown did. They had the Commonwealth nations be
Friendly
independent,
drone deployed.
but then
Op 4 is
enact them as the
reinforcing its
Crown.
location.
Can he complete the comeback? He's going to try. He shoots. He gets the kill. Now that's how you portal. They're not done yet. They got one. They got another. They're going to do it. They're going to see that. Oh my God! They did it.
Insertion in.
Town with special constitutional provisions for removing their parliament and their prime minister, to which they've done several times.
You found
And
the
then they
bomb.
say, but
Make your way to its location and defuse
no,
it.
I don't know, man. How long you think until Elon and Trump are friends again?
I'm questioning, like, I question whether that's actually happening. I think that the Donald Trump was on Epstein's list. I think that was the one that was over the line.
Yeah, that's hard to come back from.
Donald Trump didn't say anything that I didn't see Donald Trump. You know, Donald Trump didn't say anything that I wouldn't expect Donald Trump to be. I gotta know what you're talking about. That never happened. That Trump said that makes me think that Musk is like taking it personally, throughout that barb, and I do believe that he's actually serious about, you know, starting to
The diffuser is now secured.
commission the Dragon capsules and stuff like that. So.
Or what if, you know, Elon or given some of this info, maybe he has it's real.
The diffuser is
and
no
maybe he
longer in
does
your
believe
possession.
He's had blackmail on Trump.
Friendly last
waiting
operator standing.
to use it. That's
Maybe.
Who gave it to him? Who gave? That's what I want to know. Who gave?
He's full of it. There's nothing. Let's jump to the story. We got this from Patrick Casey, and actually says there's a lot of confusion about the big beautiful bill. I'm just gonna call it the omnibus because branding. What matters most is that it constitutes the biggest single increase in immigration enforcement funding in U.S. history. Here's what we got: $75 billion for ICE. That's crazy.
We have been eliminated.
75. Increase in immigration enforcement funding in U.S. history. Here's what we got: 75.
Be ready to engage Op 4.
The dark side.
Down to 10 seconds.
Changing mag! Mine going out.
Op 4 is located the bomb. Get ready to engage.
Keep it deployed. Activating. Reload! Setting up camera!
$5 billion for ICE. That's crazy. $45 billion for detention, an 800% increase.